Well, our typical day today is meet at 3:45, which is pretty early. We go to the Irving, get a coffee, get our fuel, get our lunch if people didn't make their lunch the night before, and we drive an hour or so or 2 hours to the block. When we get to the block, I wake them up, they get out of the van, and they throw their planting gear on and load up their trees, head to the block. We usually plant right until 1 or 2 or 3. I think it's one of the hardest jobs you can ever do, and it's important to know that if you're not a morning person, right away it's out of the window. You have to get up really early, you have to like the rain, you have to like the bugs, like black flies, mosquitoes, deer flies, all those kind of things. In the spring it's cold, it's wet. At the end, in the middle of June and July, it's really hot. You just have to do well, it's a mental game. It's a physical game too. It's pretty hard to plant, but it's more in your head than anything else.
Rookie planters paid $480 per week for the first 2 weeks, just to give them a chance to learn the proper techniques and understand their quality measures. After that, they're paid based on production, so based on the number of trees they plant. Typically by then, a tree planter should be making about $120 a day and rapidly increasing up to $200 a day. Making $1,000 in a week should be possible if they're willing to work hard and make some money.
All right, if you're going to plant a tree, you want to find yourself a good microsite, a good area where the tree is going to grow well, away from all this water, but not too high up. So you find yourself a spot. You want to get rid of any sticks in the way, so you scuff it, that's what we call. Put your tree in your gun, into it, open it up, release, and you want to kick just in front of the tree, so as not to break it, but to make it tight. If you want to check for tightness, reach down, give it a tug. That's a planted tree. Do that 2,000 more times, and you can go home.
Basically, I set a goal at the beginning of the day, and they make their own breaks. As long as, if I say we get here and let's plant 35,000 trees today, and this is how big our block is, and we kind of set a goal. If they make that goal, they say, okay, we'll plant 35,000, they can take their own breaks as long as they plant. That means they can plant hard and try to get out of the block by 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, or they can, take their time and plant till 5. It doesn't matter as long as I get my specific goal done for the day. It's pretty much what I expect from the planters.
You got up at 3:30 in the morning, your day's already shot, you may as well make $100. We've had days where we're on real good blocks and we've planted about 3,500 trees each. And that's almost $180, and it's doable. Once you get pretty good at it, it's not too bad. There are people that struggle with it. There's people that do all right. I usually don't break a sweat because I'm a pro. It's not for everybody. Don't kid yourself. If you don't want to get rained on, you don't want to get eaten by bugs, and you don't want to work until you're tired every day, then this isn't the job for you, basically. I'll probably make over $9,000 by the end of the summer, but I haven't missed any days, so if you want to make money, you got to show up every day too.
This is my second year. I like the people I worked with. You've got to have a sense of humor for this job, or you're not going to last. You've got to be able to laugh, because you're planting trees all day, you're doing the same thing. If you can't laugh, you're not going to get through the day. I had no idea what to expect. I thought I knew, but you really don't know what this job is about until you actually get out there and experience firsthand.
I started planting in Ontario, actually. You can make more money out there, but you get to go home at the end of the day here. I just sleep in a tent.
If you start at 5, you're done by 1, 2. Depends a lot too on the weather. If it's really hot, then you just moving slow, and sometimes it's like in May, when it rains, it's so cold that you just can't move very fast, and those are the longest days. But a day like today, where it's kind of overcast and cool, you just move, hardly break a sweat. So today will be a good day for us. Plant 2,000 trees a day, 7 feet apart for 16 weeks. You can do the math there yourself if you want. It's a lot. You get to meet a lot of great people that you'll probably be friends with through your whole life. It's a hard job. First week or two, it's going to be your worst nightmare, but once your body adjusts to it, it's fine. Absolutely fine.
After my first year of university, I started tree planting, and I tree planted for that whole summer. The next summer I came back and tree planted for half the summer, and then went and did some surveys, like for Irving, did surveys and block layouts and just stuff that they needed done. For the rest of the summer I went back to school, and last summer I was a tree planting foreman. Had my own crew, one of the university crews, and then this summer one step up and looking after a couple crews. So it's long hours, but it's worth the money. And Irving has a scholarship program if you stay with the whole summer, so they put $500 towards school for you as well. The friends that they make and the money that they make, I'd say it would be one of the better summer jobs out there. My first summer that I planted, I think I made about $8,500. I had people that planted on my crew last year. If they showed up every single day, I think he made almost $12,000. It's well worth it. It's worth the money. It's worth everything. I would say if you can just stick it out, the first 3 weeks are the hardest. Once you get past them, then it's fine.
Well, our typical day today is meet at 3:45.
3:30 in the morning.
3:30, 3 o'clock in the morning.
4 in the morning.
3:30.
3 o'clock every morning.
Black flies, mosquitoes, deer flies. It's cold, it's wet, really hot.
The bugs are bad.
It's a bit hard to wake up that early in the morning.
Carrying the trees.
Getting up early in the mornings.
Right when you gotta go through a bog and you're up to your knees in mud.
Getting up early, that's bad.
When it gets so cold that you're almost shaking.
Tripping over a log and falling face first into a mud hole.
The rain's kind of bad when it's cold.
If it's wet, it's not very good.
You meet some good friends.
Makes good money. Takes care of your weekends, your rent, bills.
You make pretty good money.
This is a good way to pay for your education.
Being outside all day.
Money, definitely the money.
The money.
You get to meet a lot of great people.
You make great friends.
Yeah, it's the best money I've ever made at a summer job.
You get to enjoy the weather.
You get a sense of accomplishment.
The bursary is a big, that it helps out with my tuition. It makes me want to come back.
It's a pretty good time.